One way of understanding domain and range is by doing this. This is the code made by Julius Caesar in the alphabet. This explains basically that each letter is going to be the letter that is located 3 places down the alphabet. As we can see, the 3 first letters are already done, so let's do the rest of the alphabet. As we can see, A is D because it's 1, 2, 3, and the next one is D. The same for B because 1, 2, 3, and we can see D, it's what is next, and so on. So let's start. D will be G. As we can see, 1, 2, 3, and the next one is G. As we can see, we already solved the whole alphabet taking into account these instructions, and we can check it in any of these. Example, this O, we can see that is R because it is 1, 2, 3, and the next one is that letter, and the same for all of that. Now that we know what each letter represents in the Julius Caesar code, let's decode this word. So let's start. L, in this case, let's find it here. It is I, so it's I. This one is H. D is A. W is T. This one is E. P is M. As we already said, D is A. W it's T. This one is H. And this one is S. So our decode code is I hate maths. We can also transfer the normal letters into the Julius Caesar code, and in this point they're asking us for writing our name. In this case, I'm using mine, so it's Laura. That will be, let's write it here, Laura, and let's put it in the Julius Caesar code. So first, L, it's O, A is D, U is X, R is U, and A is D. So in my case, this is my name in Julius Caesar codes. Right now, you will wonder why this can represent what a range and domain is in a function. Let's explain that. As we can see, and that is really important to take into account, any function will have range and domain. These two are essential and will always be in a function. In this exercise, we can understand that because in domains, the functions are the inputs and the range are the outputs. What are inputs and outputs? Inputs, let's think it is how something like I put, and outputs what we get. In this case, in Julius Caesar's code, we can see that the normal alphabet, meaning all this, is our input. It's what we have in the first step. So this, all this, is an input. And here, the Julius Caesar code is the output. It's what we get from our input. So taking into account that these outputs can be represented as our range, and the inputs right here can be the domain, and that's how this exercise can represent what a domain and what a range is, especially taking into account that they are outputs and inputs. Also, we can see that this, if we see it in a perspective of functions, can be represented as a one-to-one function. One-to-one refers when we have just this one of the elements in our range, and in our domain directly connect to just one. And we can see that is happening because A is just D, B is just E, and that's happening for all of them. They just have one put together. So these elements in our domain and range are connected to just another one, and that is a one-to-one function.